go ahead and like, subscribe, share this channel. One Life Visits with Dr. Trey Ahia. Hey, welcome to another visit to One Life with me, your host, Dr. Trey Ahia. In our previous visits, we have been looking at post-traumatic slave syndrome and how that impacts numbers of African American individuals to this day. And it has had a pervasive effect on the communities at large, not just in one specific region. And so we are continuing that visit, and we are going to look today more at the differences between post-traumatic stress disorder and post-traumatic slave syndrome. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual 5, there have been a number of changes to the criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder is identified as an anxiety disorder, and it develops in relation to an event which creates psychological trauma in a response to actual or threatened death. So serious injury or even sexual violation can also fall in that category. So the exposure has to involve directly experiencing the event, witnessing the event in person, learning of an actual or threatened death of a close family member or a friend, or even repeated first-hand extreme exposure to details of the event. Traumas experienced may involve war, natural disasters, car accidents, sexual abuse, or domestic violence. And formally, those diagnoses are usually put together by a clinician. In previous visits, you remember us talking about post-traumatic slave syndrome being coined by Dr. Joy DeGruy. And she describes this as a multi-generational trauma and injustices experienced by African Americans from the dawn of slavery to the recent deaths of African Americans at the hands of police. The criteria for post-traumatic slave syndrome is similar to that of post-traumatic stress disorder, including avoiding certain places, people, or activities and events that may remind the individual of the trauma that they've experienced. Difficulty concentrating, individuals feel jumpy, or maybe even they are easily angered. They may appear emotionally numb, also called vacant esteem. And this includes the feelings of hopelessness, depression, and a general self-destructive outlook. But one of the major aspects that differentiates post-traumatic stress disorder from post-traumatic slave syndrome is the ethnic socialization and internalized biasness, which includes the direct and indirect messages that children receive about biasness, ethnic biasness, and the meaning of who they are ethnically. As we continue our visits and understanding about the enduring impact of the post-traumatic slave syndrome and how it connects African Americans to the physical and mental health issues today, we will be able to understand the crucial role that psychology plays on understanding why people do what they do, thus unraveling this concept and unraveling the destruction of post-traumatic slave syndrome. This has been a perpetuous visit. I enjoyed talking to you and discussing the ideas and the thoughts about post-traumatic stress disorder and how it differs or how it's similar to post-traumatic slave disorder. I hope that you will be able to take some of this information and utilize it in your life to make changes in your life. Life is so extremely short, and we should appreciate each day that we're able to be here and share our lives with one another. So until our next visit, when we discuss what should we do, how can we navigate, how can we make changes to what we have experienced or what we see others experiencing as a result of post-traumatic slave syndrome. Until the next time, continue to live your life to the fullest, because you only get one life. Today's episode of One Life is sponsored by Soon Photography, the media that gets you noticed, and Big Daddy Beard Gaming Promotions, live gaming, channel and business promotions. And don't forget to tune in for the debate table. Big Daddy Beard, the gamer's gamer.